I thank Ms. Muganda for her briefing, and I now give the floor to Ms. Sofia Ramyar.
Thank you. Many people dream of seeing helicopters or riding in one. I pray to God I never see one again. They remind me of the tragic moment in my life during the Civil War when a helicopter dropped a bomb on our home in Kabul and destroyed its floor in 1995. Traumatized and scared my siblings and I found each other safe in the yard after the dust settled and we started to look for other members of our family. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Mr. Chair, members of the United Security and distinguished participants, good afternoon. Thank you, Excellency Ambassador Gustavo Mega Quadra, for your kind invitation to present before you and the UN Security Council members. It's such an honor to be here. It's a dream that has come true. Please allow me to outline my speech today. I will share why I have a passion for peace, introduce a large youth-led organization that I lead, talk about how the UN Security Council Resolution 2250 and 2490 support my work, and what it is like to be a leader in Afghanistan as a young woman. I will conclude my speech with a few Moody's recommendations to the UN. Mr. Chair, my passion for peace traces back to the tragic experience I just narrated. War forced my family to flee to Pakistan and live in a refugee camp without paper and away from our homeland when I was only 4 years old. This war continues until today, and my story is being recreated every single day in people's life. Life in refugee camp stirred a desire in me to work for peaceful coexistence in Afghanistan, where all citizens benefit from their basic human rights to access to quality education and to contribute positively to the society. I could not wait to return to Kabul, rebuild our home, and enroll at a local school and prepare myself to pursue my vision. The creation of a democratic Afghanistan in 2001 allowed me to come back to Afghanistan and work through the challenges of the war for a peaceful country. I joined Afghans for Progressive Thinking, APT, which is founded by an Afghan youth on the belief that youth are not just the victims or perpetrators of violence, but youth are active contribution to the peace processes. I joined this organization and became the executive director in 2014. In a male-dominant Afghan society, my leadership has not been accepted and respected by most men. This experience has also stirred a passion in me to also seek theories and practices to challenge the existing prejudices among people toward women's leadership. The result of our work is that now there are more women in the taking leadership position and are being supported by men at the same time. Mr. Chair, youth form the majority of the Afghan population, and they are strategically placed in the society to create change at their community and push for structural changes at the policy level, particularly at this important junction of our society, now that we are closer to a peace agreement than ever before. I want to assure you that the Youth Peace and Security Agenda is preparing a generation of young men and women in Afghanistan that will lead our country toward peace, development, and prosperity. The organization I lead, Afghans for Progressive Thinking, is one concrete example of an entity that has been encouraged by the UN policy standards to work for peace in Afghanistan. Being a woman who works to create peace in Afghanistan has never been an easy, but the motivation I have received from our partners, particularly the UN's partnership with our umbrella organization, the United Network of Young Peace Builders, and civil society platform for peace building and sustained state building, had given me the energy to pursue my vision with confidence. Afghan young men and women have the potential to lead our country and create not just a peaceful Afghanistan, but also a stable region in which our country's unique geographical location serves as a bridge for ideas, ambitions, and cooperation. With this belief and vision, we work at APT to promote critical thinking and a culture of peace among young Afghans. Since APT's inception in 2011, over 20,000 youth and university students have participated in our activities, and most of them come from the rural part of the country. Also, as a leading organization in the implementation of Resolution 2250, we held many debates and dialogues that support the implementation of Resolution 2250 in Afghanistan since 2015, and have worked with the government of Afghanistan on a practical action plan for youth, peace, and security agenda. I would like to take the opportunity and recognize and appreciate the positive efforts of the government of Islamic Republic of Afghanistan to include young people in decision-making processes, including efforts to allow them to assume leadership positions. Ambassador Adela Ras, who is Afghan woman serving as an Afghanistan's permanent representative to the UN, is a testament to how far Afghans have come along. Nonetheless, an idea of exclusion, hierarchical relationships between men and women, and elders and youth still dominate the societal, cultural, political, and economic landscape across the Afghan society. This needs to change. Mr. Chair, I'm pleased to thank the Security Council on behalf of EPT and Afghan youth for adopting Resolution 2250 and 2490. My colleagues and I had the honor to partner with the United Network of Young Peace Builders on behalf of Afghan youth and advocate for the resolution until it was passed in 2015. Subsequent to our activities to implement the resolution, EPT, along with the government of the Netherlands Embassy in Kabul and with the support from the Afghan government and UNAMA, pioneered an initiative to select the first ever Afghan youth representative to the United Nations last year. This year, we are working closely with the Embassy of Germany in Kabul to select the second Afghan youth representative, whom you will meet later in the year. Mr. Chair, let me conclude by stressing the following points. First, the UN needs to take a long-term approach and design policies that make youth an integral part of the decision-making process. Inclusion of youth in the last few years in the Afghan government has been encouraging, but it's not sustainable. Second, youth must be allowed to play a key role in the peace processes, from the negotiation stage to the implementation in Afghanistan. Since youth form the largest segment of the society, we have the highest stake in the process. Third, youth must be seen as equal partner, not project implementers or grantees. Fourth, Office of the UN Security General's Envoy for Youth is uniquely positioned to encourage national coalition and strategies on 2250 and evaluate the effectiveness of their implementation, will establish local youth organizations will be ideal partners for this activity. Mr. Chair, I wish to assure you once again that young Afghans whom you have met in settings like today are testament to a new Afghanistan, a partner to the global community. We desire to move forward, not backward. We thank you for partnering with our people, particularly the youth, in our vision to create an inclusive and peaceful Afghanistan. Thank you.